By consciousness, we mean both first-person phenomenal awareness and also agency. That is, we know that we're aware that we have subjective experience, and we also feel that we have free will, at least some of the time, like when we find ourselves eating a second cookie when we know we shouldn't be eating any cookies. That's not exactly free will. Non-local consciousness refers to the idea that consciousness extends beyond the brain and body, and even beyond the boundaries of ordinary space and time. It also includes the idea that we can mentally influence aspects of the physical world at a distance. We know that non-local consciousness exists through endless personal anecdotes that have been confirmed over a century of systematic scientific research. We also know that the variety of ideas about consciousness that are being discussed by scientists and scholars today include what is euphemistically called anomalous states of consciousness, and that they are worthy of serious consideration. That provides an opening to a broader consideration of non-local consciousness, and it's a clear recognition of the kind of work that IONS and our colleagues around the world have been contributing to this discussion. But non-local consciousness remains a significant challenge to the conventional idea that consciousness somehow emerges out of brain activity. There are many theories about how 3 pounds of neural tissue inside your head can give rise to subjective awareness, but the reality is that no one knows how a physical object can give rise to a non-physical experience. A philosopher might say that if you keep asking the same question, but you're not making any progress on it, then maybe your question is a category mistake, like asking, what is the square root of an orange? If that's the case here, then maybe one or more of our starting assumptions are incorrect. So why is it important to re-examine our assumptions about the nature of consciousness? One reason is that modern civilization is largely based on those assumptions. So if we've been barking up the wrong tree, then maybe some of the global crises that we face, like climate change, are due to those faulty assumptions. Another reason is the current worldview of materialism is a philosophy of nihilism. It says there is no meaning, no purpose, no destiny. It's all based on randomness. Interesting concepts like spirituality or reports about mystical experience are then due only to psychological frailties and are considered sheer nonsense. Nihilism gives rise to the idea, to the saying that he who dies with the most toys wins. As a philosophy, you can see how that promotes selfishness and greed, and we see the consequences of that behavior in the world today. A third and very important reason to look at the assumptions about consciousness is that people who experience non-local consciousness, whether through meditation, psychedelics, a near-death or psychic experience, or the effect of seeing the Earth from space, which has influenced many astronauts, including our founder, Edgar Mitchell, or some other transformative experience, almost always end up becoming more empathetic, compassionate, and interested in helping others. So it would be a very good idea if we understood more about why a change in consciousness leads to these pro-social behaviors.